Esmer. I'm Jackhammer Geraldine.
Oh. Hey! Is this thing on? Can you hear me okay? Well, I'm Demolition Dion, and I know things are looking a little bit different today because I'm not joining you. I got called away on work to a different construction site today, but that's okay because I still have my friends Jackhammer Geraldine and Earthquake Esmer who will be joining you today. So let's get ready to do our first song of the day. Stand up on your feet.
All personnel, please report to your supervisor.
Hard outs and hammers, levels and ladders, construction has begun. Rivets and ratchets, gauges and gadgets, that's how we get it done. Concrete and cranes, we're building our faith on Christ the cornerstone. The foundation's laid, the cross beams are raised, our strength is God alone. Concrete and cranes. Love and forgiveness, that's what He gives us to build our lives upon. We won't be shaken from His foundation. Our God will make us strong. Concrete and cranes, we're building our faith on Christ the cornerstone. The foundation's laid, the cross beams are raised, our strength is God alone. Concrete and cranes. I am sure of this, that you started a good work and you will carry it on to completion. I am sure of this, that you started a good work and you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ. Jesus, concrete and cranes, we're building our faith on Christ the cornerstone. The foundation's laid, the cross beams are raised, our strength is God alone. Concrete and cranes, we're building our faith on Christ the cornerstone. The foundation's laid, the cross beams are raised, our strength is God alone. Concrete and cranes.
That was a great job, everybody. You really have that dance down. So I want you to give a big round of applause for Jackhammer Geraldine and Earthquake Esmer.
So who's missing today, guys? Who's missing today? Demolition Dion is missing today, and the reason he's missing is because he went to another construction site. But while he's away, I'm going to be with you guys today. So I have a question for a couple of you. Would anybody tell me if they've been here for 2 years in a row? Raise your hand if you've been here for 2 years in a row. Raise them really up high so I can see. Man, okay, most of you, this is your second year here. Okay, has anybody been here for 3 years in a row? The leaders do not count. Not you leaders. All right, guys. All right, so 3-year people. What about 4 years in a row? Man, that's still almost all of you. Okay, maybe some of you live here. All right, what about 5 years in a row? All right, I can't tell who's a leader and who's a student. Okay, so some of the students have been here for 5 years in a row. What about 6 years in a row? 7 years in a row? 8 years in a row? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got some campers that have been here 8 years in a row. Now, here's my second question. What is one thing that we try to bring to VBS every single year? Money. All right, guys, can anybody tell me why, and rubber duckies, can anybody tell me why we bring money or why we bring pennies to VBS? Why do we bring pennies to VBS? Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're bringing pennies to VBS because we have a mission, and Jesus has given us our mission. And a part of what our mission is to give to those who have need. So from what I understand, the boys don't win every year when we do the penny war? Okay. All right. Can anybody tell me if they remember any year where the boys won?
Like 6 years ago.
6 years ago? Okay, so we have a couple people that said that the boys won 6 years ago. Guys, I need you to listen up. This year, this cannot be, okay? Guys, you have parents. You got to go home and ask your parents if they can give you cash so that you can make those pennies, okay, guys? And here's what I don't want you guys to forget. All right, guys, are you still listening to me? We're still glad that the girls are participating, okay? But we're going to win this year, all right? Yes. All right. Well, before we get started, there's always somebody that we want to remember to recognize, because if it wasn't for this person, we wouldn't be able to have concrete and cranes. So will everybody give it up for Larry, the contractor, the crane operator. So I know many of you don't know this, but Larry, his last name is Loyola, and my name is Nicholas Noyola, and Larry is actually my dad, and when I grow up, I want to be just like Larry. I want to be a crane operator one day. Yes. Okay, so before we get ready for our songs and the rest of this service, I need a volunteer who can quote the Bible verse from memory. Let me look around. I need a Bible volunteer who can quote the Bible verse from memory. All right. Let's go with this guy right here. Come on up. Mike's over there. This is your second time? Never mind. Sit back down. We need another volunteer who has not gone yet. How about you, back here? Yeah, come on up. Is this your second time? Okay, come on up. And you're a camper, right? You're not a volunteer? Okay, good. All right, would you tell us your name on the microphone, please?
Gabriel. It's not on.
Testing. Oh, well, I have my mic on, so I don't know if it's working. You tell me now. Just say testing. I think that's all the light.
Yeah, that's how it works.
All right, guys. So go ahead and tell us your name.
Gabriel.
All right, Gabriel, you're going to go ahead and lead us in our Bible verse for today, guys. So let's listen up for our Bible verse. Go ahead.
I am sure of this, that he who started a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6.
Great, Gabriel, man. I can really tell that you just got that verse. Thank you, Gabriel. You can please be seated. All right, I'm going to need 4 volunteers to do our pledges today. And I want to pick somebody that hasn't gone. I need somebody that hasn't gone. I'll get 2, you guys get 2. Okay. Huh? No, just go ahead. How about you? Right here. Yep, come on. No, from this side. This side. And Chris, okay. All right, you guys come stand over here. Stand right here. Have you gone yet? Okay. One more person. All right, guys, give it up for our amazing volunteers. All right, would you go ahead and tell us your name?
Janessa.
Guys, that's a beautiful name. Give it up for Janessa, guys. Janessa, would you go ahead and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning? Everybody on their feet, and we're going to place our right hand, that's this hand if you're looking at me, on our chest. So let's go ahead and hear it, Janessa.
I pledge of allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great job, Janessa. Jess is a very good American, guys. Okay, we have our next volunteer. Would you please tell us your name?
Christopher.
All right, guys, give it up for Christopher. Christopher, would you lead us on our pledge to the Christian flag?
I pledge allegiance to the
Christian flag,
one nation under God,
and for
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Chris, got it. Thank you. So good, Christopher. Okay, now these two volunteers are going to help us with our pledge to the Bible. Could I please get a Bible from our... Here we go. All right, so I'm going to need you to hold up the Bible. I need you to hold it up really high for us so that everybody can see it. Okay, so we're going to all look to the Bible, place our right hand on our chest. And would you tell us your name?
I'm Zoe.
And you?
Samuel.
All right, guys, give it up for Zoe and Samuel. All right, Zoe. Pledge allegiance to the Bible, God's holy word. A lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Its word in my heart that I might not sin against God. Thank you so much. Man, these are some wonderful volunteers. So before you guys go back to your seats, would you please get a rubber ducky from Jackhammer Geraldine and Earthquake Esmer? Thank you guys so much. Give it up one more time for our volunteers, guys. All right, so if you guys were here yesterday, one of the things that we saw from Renzo Wright is that if he wants to build a really tall skyscraper, what does he first need to do?
Foundation. He needs to have a very strong foundation.
If Renzo Wright is going to build a very tall skyscraper, he's going to need a very strong foundation, because the higher you go, the stronger your foundation needs to be. And so yesterday we found out that somebody was cheating, but Renzo's like, no, I'm going to do it the right way. So let's see where Renzo left off as we get into today's episode.
Weeks pass quickly, and Renzo Wright has learned many things he thought he already knew. But Foreman Nehemiah and the Cobra Comb Construction Company continue to pull ahead. Things look hopeless for young Renzo. If he doesn't win, he will lose his reward, the use of the 34th floor.
Lloyd, I know sometimes I get mad, but you've always been like a brother to me.
Really?
That's why beating Cobra Comb has been so important to me. If we win, Mrs. Coolhouse said we could designate the 34th floor for a new Kids Colossal Bible Club, where kids all over the city could learn about God's love like we did. That's what my secret floor was for. But now I don't think it will happen.
Renzo, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever failed to do for me.
It's not over yet, Lloyd.
It's over, Renzo. Pack it up and go home.
I'm afraid he's right, Renzo. It's time to pack it in.
We can't give up yet, Mr. Santiago.
Yeah, think of the children.
It's not up to me. We've run out of girders.
Hey, genius! Check your math next time.
Mr. Santiago, that's impossible. I ordered extra. More than we needed.
Sorry, kid. It's true.
Oh, man. Things can't get any worse.
We're out of concrete, too.
Well, that's worse.
Looks like we put too much concrete and steel into the foundation.
What a waste!
It's okay to mess up, Renzo. I do it every day.
No, Lloyd. I did the right thing. There's no way I didn't order the right amount. I know it cost us a lot of time and materials, but to grow big, you have to build on a strong foundation.
You've come up short this time, Renzo. Literally.
Mrs. Coolhouse?
What's this I hear about running out of concrete and girders?
Oh, well,
Renzo, you said you would build the tallest building in the world, but you didn't even get the supply order right.
That's not actually...
Extra! Read all about it! Boy genius botches job! Reevaluates his genius! Get your...
That paper boy is very dedicated to his job.
Mrs. Coolhouse, there's been a mistake.
Yes, there was, hiring you. I'm pulling your contract. You're no longer the chief architect. You're now assistant to the weekend intern. And don't expect to get your Bible club either.
Renzo, you lose!
Oh, God, I don't understand. I've never failed like this before. I did all the math. I was sure we had enough girders and concrete. I guess I really need your help. Truth is, I always have. It doesn't have to be the biggest building, Lord. Please, help us build the best building we can.
Even with all his smarts, the boy architect could not get everything right. But what's most important is that Renzo knew where to turn. Renzo remembered that Jesus had promised he will always love us, no matter what kind of trouble we get into. Jesus is our strongest foundation.
All right, guys. So what did we learn yesterday? If Renzo is going to build a very tall skyscraper, what does he have to do first? He needs to build a very strong foundation. And did Renzo try to do that? Yeah, I mean, Renzo said he got enough concrete, he got enough steel, and he ended up coming up short. Now that's kind of odd, but what do we learn from this? Even though Renzo was trying his best, and even though Renzo is trying to do things the right way, whose help does he need? Yeah, so Renzo understands what he has to do. He understands that he has to lay a strong foundation if he's going to build a very great building. But trying his best isn't enough. He also needs God's help. Can somebody tell me what our Bible verse for today was one more time? Yes, you, sir.
I'm sure that he who started a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So let me ask you this question. Who started the good work in us? God. God is the one who starts a good work in us. And whose job is it to bring it to completion? Is it our job to bring that work to completion?
Jesus.
Yeah. So the Bible verse that we're memorizing is that I am sure of this. He who started a good work in you will also bring it to completion. And that's what Renzo is learning. So guys, our lesson for today, and before yesterday, our lesson for today is that if we're going to build a strong foundation, we can't do it on our own. We're always going to need God's help. So I look forward to seeing you guys back for day 5 of VBS. See you guys later. We'll have a great, actually, I'm just kidding, guys. We can't leave. We can't leave because we got one more song and dance. So I'm going to need everybody on their feet. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody on their feet, guys.
Gonna say yes to VBS. 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 Yes to the blessing of studying God's word. Yes to the best thing. Jesus is Lord. Gonna say yes to VBS. Gonna say yes to VBS.
YES to VBS. Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
How you gonna say yes to VBS?
By rocking in the worship
How you
rally.
gonna say yes to VBS?
By learning my ABC.
How you gonna say yes to VBS?
By reading the word of
How
God.
you gonna say yes to VBS?
By living my life like Jesus. Yes to the blessing of studying God's word. Yes to the best thing. Jesus is Lord. Say yes to VBS.
before we leave, guys, I would like all of the leaders, I would like all of the volunteer leaders to remain standing. So if you're a volunteer leader, would you please remain standing? All right, so here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to look around, look at your volunteer leaders. Are you a volunteer leader? You're not? She's not? I want everyone to look at their volunteer leaders and give them a round of applause for helping out. But guys, you know what? I just feel like I'm not really a good dancer. I'm pretty stiff. I don't have any hips. This just really isn't my thing. So here's what I want you guys to do. I would like your volunteer leaders to come on. We're missing some over here. The volunteer. You guys ready? VBS to VBS. YES to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
Everybody say
Yes. Yes to VBS.
How you gonna say yes to VBS?
By rocking and worship
How you
rally.
gonna say yes to VBS?
By learning my ABCs.
How you gonna say yes to VBS?
By reading the Word of
How
God.
you gonna say yes to VBS?
By living my life like Jesus. Yes to the blessing of studying God's Word. Yes to the best thing. Jesus is Lord. Gonna say yes to VBS. Gonna say yes to VBS. Gonna say yes to VBS. Gonna say yes to VBS.
Guys, give it up for your leaders, because a lot of them have gone out of their way to be here. And one of the reasons that your leaders are here volunteering is because they're hoping that you guys can have the same experience that they had when they were students at VBS. I'm not done talking yet. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So before we leave today, what did we learn yesterday from Renzo? That if he wants to build a very tall skyscraper, what does he need? He needs to lay a strong foundation. Now, what did we learn today? If he's going to lay a strong foundation, is it enough for him to just try his best? Or does he need God's help? He needs God's help. So tomorrow, we're going to see what happens now that Renzo has asked for God's help. I look forward to seeing you guys back for day 5 of VBS. When I'm talking,